So if you have shoulder pain and have tried heat pads or tried wraps or have taken any medication and nothing seems to fix your shoulder, then this is definitely worth checking out. So let's talk about this cordless shoulder red light therapy wrap. I'm gonna go over all the different features of this, talk about just red light therapy and how it can be beneficial, and go over the app that this thing comes with, and then go over a demo of me putting this on my shoulder, and talk about the pros and cons of this thing, all to help you make a better informed buying decision. So the warmth in this thing surprised me, and I'll cover that in a minute here. So what is this? This is a cordless wrap for your shoulder. It has a 3D contour design, designed specifically for your shoulder. You can see. And this thing emits 94 LEDs emitting dual wavelengths, visible red plus invisible near infrared. So again, this is fully wireless, charge and go. And so you can just walk around the house with this thing. And that's one of the great things about this device. Okay, so just looking at this thing, the build quality is really solid. This feels like really nice material, doesn't feel cheap. Is a little bit on the bulkier side, but this is of course a treatment device. So it's, gonna stand out a little bit when you put it on your shoulder, of course. And this is around 2 pounds, so really not that heavy at all. And we have the little charging box right here with the input for your cable, and you get an included cable with your purchase. And what's also nice is you get an extender for the strap that goes around your chest. And again, I'll show you how to put this on in a minute here. Okay, so what is the red light therapy? So the technical term being photobiomanipulatio, basically meaning it uses light to change the biology. It's important to note that red light is not UV light, so it's not a tanning bed. It contains 0 UV rays, so it's not gonna cause any skin cancer. And this is also, and red light therapy is non-invasive, so no pills or anything like that. It's purely light energy therapy. Okay, so how does red light therapy work? It targets the mitochondria of your cells, also known as the powerhouse of your cells, and it stimulates the production of ATP, which is just the cellular energy. So you can think of it like the battery charger for your cells. The more energy you have for your cells, the more they can help you repair and fight things like inflammation. So then we have the red versus near infrared, and the red light is around 660 nanometers, and this light is physically visible. And this is best for collagen production, your skin, and this really just hits the surface. And then we have near infrared, NIR for short, and this light is invisible, and it's around 850 nanometers. So this penetrates deep into your body, and it's best for muscle recovery, joint pain, and inflammation. So when you're activating the NIR on this, you're not gonna actually see the red light here. So that's a lot of confusion that people have. They of course expect to see the red light, but when you're using the NIR, you're not gonna see the light at all. And it is functioning correctly on this device. So the benefits of red light therapy are anti-aging, muscle recovery, reduction of inflammation, and healing wounds quicker, as well as pain relief. And when you're using red light therapy, consistency is king here. You're gonna wanna continually use this. It's not a one-time thing. You're really not gonna see many benefits with just using it once. And your sessions, with this are gonna wanna last around 20 minutes. So you can have some, discomfort, after using it, especially for the first time. So when you are using this first, or any red light therapy, you're gonna wanna just, use it for 10 minutes and just see if, how your body reacts to it. And that area is gonna become, warmer. And if you do use it for a couple of weeks, you might notice some irritation. That could be normal as well. Okay, so back to the features of this now that we have a better understanding of red light therapy. So as we talked about, we have the red light and near infrared. This has both of those. So we have a dual mode here. So one to penetrate deeper and one more surface level. And you can do this simultaneously. You can have both going at the same time with this, which is really nice about this wrap. So you can have the red light covering the surface, and then the near infrared penetrating deeper into the body. Okay, and this thing has a rechargeable battery. This will last around 380 minutes on a full charge. However, if you're using this thing on the highest intensity with both the red light and near infrared, it'll last around 90 minutes. So even with the 90 minutes, it's recommended to use this only 20 minutes at a time, around 1 to 2 times per day. That will still last a while. So you're not having to charge it every day. Okay, and the fit of this. So this will fit chest sizes between 21 inches to 43 inches. And this does come with an extension strap, which is really nice. So you just add it on to the end of this here, just like that. And of course, this can be used on either shoulder, not a problem at all. These straps come off completely, so you can just add them on whichever side for a shoulder you want to put the device on. So it fits a lot of different body types and is very adjustable. And this also has an app, and we'll cover that in a minute here as well after we do the fit of this. So you can see what you can control with this. Okay, and then the little control panel here, we can see we have the buttons right here. So this has 4 modes. Go ahead and turn on the device so you can see. Then we have this little graph one and then the power button. So we have 4 different modes here. We have the steady red, which is on right now. And then this mode right here with the green, it's the NIR, near infrared only. We'd see that there's no lights. It's invisible to the human eye, as mentioned, so it is working. It just doesn't have the red lights. Okay, and then the next mode, this is red, 660 nanometers. And before the NIR was 850 nanometers. We can see the red light there, and then press once more. And then we have the pulse. It's the pulse dual wavelength light therapy at 660 nanometers and 850 nanometers. And then going back, this is the red plus NIR, 660 nanometers and 850 nanometers. So again, covering both, the surface level and penetrating deeper. So you really have many different options for using this. You don't just have to use either or. You have always on with the NIR and red, as well as the pulsing between the 2 different ones. So really customizable. Okay, and then the middle button, that's just the intensities. Low level intensity, medium level intensity, and then higher intensity. And we can see that change in the lights as well. So we'll go back, so that's the lower, medium, high, and then low again. So again, when you are on, just the NIR, you're not gonna see the different intensity levels change. It's just because you can't see the lights. So really simple, just 3 buttons to use: mode, intensity, and power button. Okay, so when do you wanna use each different mode? So the NIR plus the red, which we're on right now, as stated by the company, this is just better for pain relief and reducing inflammation. And then the next mode, just the NIR. This is also just to reduce inflammation, but the previous one also worked on the surface level, so it can improve skin quality as well. And then the next one here, just the red light, the 660 nanometers. This is designed to promote energy production in cells, so enhancing the cell vitality, metabolism, and repair. And it also supports blood circulation. And then the next final mode, again, the pulsing mode. This targets the mitochondria within cells, stimulating the production of ATP, which helps speed up the body's recovery process and enhances energy levels. In this, again, you get the 660 nanometers and 850 nanometers. Okay, so if we're putting this on, we want to attach the strap at the bottom first here, and we adjust that to the size of our arm. And then we go ahead and put our arm right on through. So don't worry about the shoulder strap just yet. So just like this, so it fits nicely. Okay, and then we just grab the strap, put it around our chest, make sure this is on snug, and then just go ahead and attach the Velcro, and that is it. So really simple. So if you want to put it on the other arm, really simple, just leave this attached here and just unattach the shoulder strap on back, because you want to have the strap come around you, as you just saw on your back, and go out into your chest. And you can make adjustments further to the arm if you want it a little more snug or a little bit looser. So really simple, and you just turn it on and you're good to go. Okay, so we have the app open here. So we're gonna go ahead and go to add device at the top. So this is the Comfytemp app, of course. Continue, go ahead and turn on the device. Okay, so you can see it picked up the device. Now let's go through the settings. So it has a countdown timer, really nice, 20 minutes recommended. So when you first start out, do a smaller, not as much time here, 10 minutes, 5 minutes to test it out, to make sure you're not too sensitive to it. Then we have the different modes, so you can switch those really easily. You can see that it changes as well. So I'll go back. So it has the first mode, the red plus NIR, see the red lights, okay? And then the NIR, again, you're not gonna be able to see the lights here. Then we'll go to red, then we'll go to the pulse. So really nice that you can just change the mode right here. And then we have the intensity level. And we can go all the way from 1 to 10 on this, which is really nice. It gives you a little warning message there just to make sure that you're aware that it can cause discomfort to your skin with the higher intensities. And as you saw on the device, there's only 3 intensity modes. So it's nice that you have, increments of 1 from level 1 to level 10 with the app. So really simple, you know, just the 3 controls here, nothing complicated, really easy to set up. And it's nice that you can set a timer because I always just, you know, forgetting, you know, when I have my device on. So a nice addition having this app. Okay, so let's talk about the pros and cons of this thing. So the pros here, it comes with 94 LEDs in this, quite a lot of coverage on this. It's cordless, there's really high quality material on it. It has a lot of different modes, the intensity, very customizable. I like how it has, you know, these straps you can easily detach on both sides so you can fit it on the appropriate shoulder. Nice, it has an extender on it, so it's very customizable and will fit many different body types. So really a lot of pros of this, and just, yeah, you can just wear it around the house, no problem at all. So the cons here, really this is just cons with any red light therapy. You know, of course, consistent use with this thing. You wanna test this, you know, for a short amount of time on your shoulder first, just to make sure you're not too sensitive to this. That's kind of a hassle having to do that, but again, that's, you know, you come across that with any red light therapy. Also, it'd be nice if the app just, you know, said what each specific mode did. You know, you have to look at the booklet to see that each time you want a refresher. So who is this for? Really anyone who has any joint pain, problems with their shoulder, frozen shoulder, rotator cuff, tendonitis, you know, any athlete with any pain in their shoulder, and just people looking for, you know, a non-pharmaceutical way to help manage pain. This could be really good for. So in my opinion, this is definitely worth checking out if you have any issues with your shoulder and need a more natural, convenient way to treat your shoulder.